Hello readers, it's Sasha, and today I am going to be sharing with you my feelings and my thoughts after reading The Mister by E.L. James. I decided to do a reading vlog for The Mister because I got it in a book trade and I don't know why I picked this book. Apparently I picked it. I don't remember doing that, but it's fine. And this is by the lady who wrote 50 Shades of Grey. And so I thought it'd be fun to share with you my feelings while reading The Mister, which was her, I think it's her newest. If not her newest, it's a newer book than 50 Shades of Grey. So I don't really have much to say about this. This is about a man who ends up inheriting his family's estates after his older brother passes away suddenly, and he's really overwhelmed with that task, and then he ends up meeting this girl named Alessia, and Alessia is this really mysterious, really intriguing young lady who is kind of leaving a bad situation behind. And so he is trying to figure out how to be in a relationship because he's really just known as like a hump and dump. Is that what it is? A hump and dump. That's like his thing. But oh, I'm so sorry about the toy. Anyway, so that's what he's known for. And so he has to try to learn how to be in this relationship. And she's never been in a relationship before either. And so it's just like this new thing for both of them. That's pretty much it. So that is what this is. There is nothing else to it. It's literally just this. So without further ado, I will get you guys into the video. After the video, I will go into my conclusion and my end thoughts about The Mister and what I felt about it and a little bit of an update in terms of my channel as well. So stay tuned for that and I'll see you in my next clip. Bye! Hello, it is I am about to start The Mister by E.L. James, aka the person who wrote 50 Shades of Grey, aka I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to start that. I'm hoping to get, I know it's like really late, but I'm hoping to get like a good chunk of the way through just to do it, just to say I've done it. And yeah, it's going to be a great time. I'm super not excited. Okay, thank you. Let me read an excerpt.
Caroline and I deserve each other. She scratched my itch and I scratched hers. We're both consenting and technically free adults. She likes it, I like it, and it's what I do best. Fucking some eager, attractive woman into the small hours of the morning. It's my favorite recreational activity and gives me something to do. Someone to do. Fucking keeps me fit, and in the throes of passion, I learn all I need to know about a woman. How to make her sweat, and if she screams or cries when she comes.
I'm on page 8. I'm about 50% of the way through The Mister by E.L. James now, and parts of it I really don't mind. Like, it's not a good book. Like, it's not well written. It's not a good book, but like, it's not that bad. Like, it's not as bad as I was expecting. There's an interesting part about human trafficking that I wish we could develop a little bit more on as the story goes, but overall, I just like, it's very like same old type of story. Like the businessman and then like the virgin woman. Like, it's very much like the E.L. James story, like to a T. I'm hoping to finish it today. I did just get my second COVID shot and I'm feeling very tired, so I might take a nap. But we'll see. We'll see how today goes. But I'm not hating it. Like, I'm not actively hating it. Like, it's still not a good book. It's surprising me in terms of how books typically go, because I was expecting this to be just, like, the worst thing in the world. And it's not as bad as I was expecting. It's still, like, objectively bad, but it's not as bad as I was expecting. So, with that in mind... Okay, so with that in mind, I am just going to probably take a small nap and then start reading some more. But this is not going to be a very long vlog. My life is very uninteresting right now. So, bye. I just read the line, "It is music to my dick." What is happening in this book? So, I am 300 pages into The Mister. And there's so much sex happening all the time. And it's just, at first I was like, when are we gonna get some smutty scenes? And now it's just like every other page is a smutty scene. And it's just like, y'all need to touch grass and smell the outdoors, because this is too much. Oh my god. It's not the best book I've read. It's not the worst book I've read. But it's definitely not a good book. But I am looking forward to seeing where this goes, because I'm kind of invested. And I feel ashamed of my investment, but I'm invested. Why is there a Harry Potter reference? This is an adult romance. So I'm done with The Mister. Thank God it's over. I have never been so... I don't know the word I'm looking for. There's so much wrong with this book. Because this girl, Alessia, is fleeing a country where she has had some not great things happen to her. She is involved in some really dark stuff when she flees, but like not her fault. She was like taken and put into this really like dark situation. And then every time she mentions her story, her fears, all that stuff, she's like, yeah, it was really, really hard. And for some reason, he's just like,
yeah, I'm so sorry, but also let's have sex again.
I wasn't the biggest fan of this book. I will say though that like it wasn't as like assaulty as 50 Shades of Grey I've heard is. I've heard not great things about that in terms of its like consent levels and stuff, but this one had pretty good consent, and there were some like iffy moments, but I was overall like pretty pleased with how it was going. And so overall, I think I'll probably stick with like a 2 stars for this. Like, I'm not, the writing was crap. The story itself was like crap, but there were some moments where I was just like, this is not the worst thing I've ever read. So I'm probably gonna give it a 2 star. It's still probably one of the worst books I've read this year, but not the worst. So that's exciting. But I'll share a little bit more in yeah, it's your sweet spot. Anyways, I will share a little bit more in the next clip where I go over my end conclusion. So yeah, say bye. Say bye. Hello, you've made it. It's a swell day for you. I did not like much about this book. There were certain parts that weren't as bad as I thought they were going to be. I kind of enjoyed the darker side of things. I thought it had kind of a more interesting tone to it, and I also did feel like this was a better and more consensual story than 50 Shades of Grey was, from what I've heard, because I've never actually read it. Objectively, it's still not a good book. Like, plot is lacking in so many ways. It is so incredibly insta-lovey, it's not even funny, and the writing sucks. Like, there are a couple of lines that I shared with you guys that I hated and I thought were absolutely trash. Like, to be as nice as I can, like, I thought they were trash. So that is how I'm feeling about this. This book definitely surprised me in a way where I thought I was going to hate everything about it, and I didn't. But it definitely didn't love it. Definitely didn't have a feeling about it. I didn't care about any of the characters. I didn't love any of the characters, and the story itself, I just felt like it dragged on. Like, this is almost 500 pages. It doesn't look like it, but it is almost 500 pages, and there were so many things that we didn't need to know in the story that I feel like could have been cut out, and we could have made this like a 300-page romance, and it would have been a little bit more enjoyable. But there were so many details. It was so incredibly long for no reason, and I had no feelings for the story. But I did settle on a 2-star because there were some things that I did like about it, like I said, but overall, like, it's still one of the worst books I've read this year. It's definitely not the worst book I've read this year. So that's all I have to say about the Mister, and now I'm gonna move more toward a kind of like an update on my channel. So I guess you probably noticed that I've been really inconsistent in terms of uploading. I say I'm gonna upload twice a week, and then I just realized that my motivation for reading and my motivation for editing and uploading, I don't have a lot of motivation, and I also don't have a lot of time in which to do that stuff. Like, you have to read the books to make a booktube channel, and then you have to sit down and talk about those books, and then you have to edit, and there's so much to do. And I work a full-time job, I have my new kitten, and life is just like really hectic. So I've decided to stop setting these unrealistic goals for myself. I'm going to be posting once a week. I feel like that's reasonable for me to do. It gives me a lot more time to finish a video and to finish my video ideas. I think once a week is really acceptable for right now in my journey here. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be uploading every Sunday now, and I think that probably just makes more sense for me. So in terms of videos that you'll be seeing, you'll still be seeing my wrap-ups. You'll still be seeing my Goodreads Chooses My TBR, because those are some of my favorite videos to film. But other than that, there are probably going to be some vlogs in there, and there's probably just going to be maybe some tags that I've been tagged in. But I will be trying to continue on with different series that I have started in the past. I just don't have the time to do it as much as I was doing it. And I don't have the time to read all the books for all the vlogs that I want to do. So if I spread it out a little bit, I definitely feel like I'll be able to achieve the goals I have for myself in a more productive way. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I also just wanted to, if you want to stay around for a little bit longer, I do have a GoFundMe page in my description. I have started it for Pepper's vet care because we are taking Pepper to a expensive vet in another province in 2 weeks time, holy crap, to see if we can fix anything about his colon area. So if you feel like donating, that's incredible and that's so kind, and I would love that so much. But obviously don't feel any pressure to, but maybe if you just want to click on the link and read his story, that might be a nice way for us to get some traction. If you want to share it, that's definitely an option too. We're just trying to reach a certain goal, just where we are both college students, and we took on this kitten without knowing how much it was going to cost. I wouldn't change it. I love my Pepper. I love my Pepper so much. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say about that. So thank you for tuning into this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. I will be posting once a week now, and I have some fun videos that I have been working on for a couple of weeks now. So I definitely feel excited about those, and I think you guys are going to really like them. And until next time, bye readers!